A gentle shove. I'm Jeff Stein with today's Iowa Politics Report. Politico set the table for a recent weekend news cycle by publishing a story indicating that Iowa U.S. Senator Joni Ernst was thinking about not running for re-election next year. Keep in mind, she has said publicly she was planning to run and hired a campaign manager. Those are typically signs a run is happening. Politico said, quote, "Three people granted anonymity to disclose private discussions," unquote, said there is rising concern among Senate Republicans that Ernst will retire, leaving the seat open. A fourth person granted anonymity, said Ernst told people within the past month she's still considering whether to run. So far in the story, a quartet of confidential sources speculating. Then came the payoff of the article, a paragraph touting Iowa Congresswoman Ashley Hinson as Ernst's replacement. Two of those people granted anonymity said Hinson is highly likely, in their words, to enter the Senate race if Ernst does not run. The story then calls Hinson the most formidable fundraiser in the Iowa House delegation and talks about the $2.2 million she had in campaign funds earlier this year. Now, I have no evidence to support that this was an orchestrated effort to shove Ernst out of the way. Then again, Politico had no one who would go on the record, which is really no different. Let's just say it would not be uncommon for people supporting a certain candidate to plant a story about someone retiring and then pointing out their candidate would be a great replacement. People had told me for years that Hinson really wanted to be governor someday. And when that train left the station after Governor Kim Reynolds announced her plans and the party coalesced behind Congressman Randy Feenstra, well, I would not be surprised that Hinson backers were not about to be left behind again. Of course, there will be all sorts of on-the-record denials of everything I've said here. Interesting that no one would go on the record with the Ernst isn't running story that only mentions one possible replacement. And that's the Iowa Politics Report for Thursday, July 24. On Twitter, Instagram, Getter Threads, and Truth Social at Iowa Politics. I'm Jeff Stein on News Talk 1540 KXEL.